Welcome to another Dark Nook video. In this video, I'm making a leather dice bag, or a cosplayer coin purse. Depends on how you want to use it. But I'm using my Chinese hand-cranked sewing machine. A lot of folks have been requesting I do more videos of projects using the sewing machine, so here we go. I start by tracing out the pattern on this nice suede leather I have. It's got a reptile print pressed into the soft, almost fabric-like leather. So I cut pieces out of that for the front and back of the pouch. I also cut out pieces for the interior lining. Thanks for checking out my video, and please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment down below. I use a scratch awl to mark the leather where I want to cut. Then I cut out the pieces. These don't have to be perfect, we can trim them up later. Once I have all the pieces cut, I can place and fit the dragon eye. This bag's going to have a glass cabochon dragon eye. So I figure out where I want the eye, and then I poke a little hole with the awl and cut the leather. I cut an offset X shape so I can fold and glue the leather back to make the eyelids. I use neo-weld leather glue that I work into the leather with the back of a paintbrush. This helps ensure that the glue will mix in well with the leather and the bond will be very strong. Then I fold the leather over and trim until I'm happy with the shape and size of the eye. I don't want the opening to be big enough for the eye to fall out, but I also want to show as much of the eye as possible. So it takes a little testing and a little fitting. I add a little glue to the eye to help hold it in place, and I back it with another scrap of leather to form a sort of pocket for the eye. I add glue to the scrap of leather and to the back of the eye. I do a final position check to make sure it's angled the right way, and then I glue it all together. I use a bone creaser to work the leather down tight around the eye. Once that's done, I glue on the liner, and I fold over the top. I repeat this process for the back piece, then I punch the holes for the drawstring, and then I get ready to sew. Sewing did not go as smoothly as I had hoped. At first, everything seemed to be going just fine, and then I realized my lower spool had run out of thread in the middle of my stitch, so I had to pull out the stitching, re-spool the thread, and start again. I have found a neat trick for pulling the lower spool out that makes it so much easier. I use a magnet, either with a pair of tweezers or a couple of needles. I use a magnet and pulls it right out. Once re-spooled, I was ready to start again. Only this time, I have to make sure I sew through all the holes I already punched in the leather the first time, so it makes it a little more difficult. I have to go a little slower. It was relatively easy. I was able to sail right through the second piece with no problem. Then it was on to sewing the two pieces together. And that's where I bumped into my second problem. Seemed to be going fine at first, and then I realized the bottom piece was pushed off by the walking foot and I was only sewing one side. So I had to remove that stitch and start over. No worries though, because this is an inside seam that you won't see, so I didn't have to worry about going back through the same holes. Once I was done, I snipped and singed all my thread ends, and then I flipped the pouch inside out. Then it's on to the drawstring. I'm using paracord. I singe the ends of the interior string and then pull it back inside, and then singe the exterior part of the cord. Then I thread the drawstring through the holes I punched, add a dongle, tie a knot, and we're all finished. Check out how it turned out. And if you have any other projects you'd like to see me work on with this machine, please feel free to suggest them in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, and thanks for checking out my channel.